quick story for you before I get scooting around on this. My name is Jennifer Coffey, and I have a lot of crazy cool hobbies, one of which is I love to go camping. And on my wish list one day is to own a camper van so that I can travel the whole country in it and just live on the road, right? I knew that for my future camping adventures, I was going to want not just a bike, but an e-bike. I want to be able to camp somewhere and then get on the bike and travel 15 miles into town if I want to go get groceries. That's my personal story. I went online and I researched e-bikes. The GoCity brand was the one that I went with. After many video watches and many blog reads, I was like, this is the brand to go with. We have the Gopowerbike GoCity electric bike. Goes up to 20 miles an hour. It is legit. Or you can cruise on it like a typical bike for $400 less with free shipping and handling. We don't, however, have a ton of these to go around. It comes to you about 95% assembled. It's E319241. Ever since we launched GoCity, people have been crazy excited about it. Michael Padula is going to cruise on in right now.
Just cruising on in here, Jen.
We have 135 of these to go around. Michael, I bet you didn't even know that whole story,
that,
right?
Jen. And I'm so glad that you are such a fan of the GoPower brand, and it's easy to see why, because not all e-bikes are created equal. GoPower's been in the game for 10 plus years, sold over 40,000 bikes. We have a few different models here on QVC. This one is one of my favorites because you didn't even mention yet, it folds. It folds up, so it's a perfect commuter bike that you can fold up. I brought mine today in the back of my car. No need for a rack, no need for any travel hitch or trailer hitch on the back of your car. Folds up, takes you everywhere you want to go.
Yeah, and so we have a lot of questions that need to be answered here, right? Because people are going to see this and go, okay, is this like a motorcycle?
Yeah, they ask that.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's not. I was just talking to somebody backstage, and I said, if you can ride a bike, you can ride an e-bike. An e-bike is simply a bike with a boost. It's got a battery on it right back here, a very powerful battery that comes on and off that you charge with a charger that comes with your e-bike. You take it home, you charge it up for about 4 hours, put it on your bike, and then this guy is going to power a very powerful 500-watt motor that's discreetly hidden back here in the back of the bike, and that's what's going to allow these chains to move and to take you further and further. If you want to just pedal your bike like a standard bike and allow it to do some of the work for you, that's what that motor's going to do. And then as you saw me right at the top of the segment, I was just pulling back on the little handlebar up top, and it will do all of the work for you.
Yeah, so if you do, you pull back on that, I was a little hesitant when I first got it home because I'm like, if I get on this thing and it just takes off, right? You know, I'm afraid of that because I'm not necessarily the kind of gal who's going to get on a super fast scooter. But I wanted it to kind of supplement.
Yes.
I'm in pretty good shape. I don't know that I can get on a bike and ride for 30 miles.
Completely understood.
Right? So I wanted to be able to kind of use a hybrid, if you will, of my own personal physical power and battery so that I could go those longer distances.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not you at all, and you want to go short distances just to be able to keep up with the kids and grandkids in your family.
Absolutely. We hear about that a lot. The GoPower team consistently listens to customer feedback. This is one of their most popular models. Grandma, Grandpa, Uncle Michael, Aunt Jen, we love to go with the kids on the long bike ride. Maybe they can go for 3 to 5 miles and we're not used to it or we haven't been on a bike in a while. Let this one do some of the work for you. A lot of people pick up 2. By the way, it was again talking to a different guest who said she just got 2.
Yeah, picked up 2. I mean, gosh, what a game changer for the summer coming up.
Seriously.
With the weather getting nicer. And you go, if my spouse and I, or my son or daughter and I, we both pick these up and we go, where are we going this weekend?
Yeah.
I mean, that changes the game from, hey, we'll just cruise around the local park to maybe we'll make a nice long
100%.
journey and go out to lunch and have a beer and then come back. And when we say that this is worth every penny, of $1,100, what we used to offer it for. It is now $699.98, $400 less. That right there. This is the reason why I picked it up, because I wanted to be able to put it in my future camper van. I wanted to be able to people put these into their RVs, the beds of their pickup trucks. You don't need a special bike rack for this.
That's right.
And it ships for free. What is it like when we get it home? What's the assembly
So,
like?
like you said at the top of the segment, about 95% assembled. All you're going to do is put the pedals on. You're going to put what they call the saddle, which is just your bike seat on. By the way, dual layers, fully adjustable, heights 5'2" to 6'4". You're going to pop in this piece right here, which is part of the piece that folds down. Comes up, put your handlebars on. Literally And there is a how-to video, by the way. If you want to check it out on QVC.com right now, you can take a look at that.
Mine needed more, because I bought mine about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and mine needed more assembly than this
Yeah.
one. So this has come a long way as far as assembly goes. And then the readout screen, can you tell me about that?
Yes, absolutely. So on top of all of these high-end features, this bike could very easily cost a whole lot more. It's got a ton of features.
It should.
20-inch puncture-resistant tires, rear fender, rear rack. Remember, I just folded this thing in half, right? So it's got a rear rack that's built on. So if you want to put a book bag, you want to put a basket. Hey, that's you. Look at you, Jen. Fold it up and put it away. It's got the LCD screen on the front of it, which shows you your speed, your miles that you've ridden on it. Absolutely using all the features of it right there. There's that screen, but that also has a USB port on the bottom of it. So if you want to charge your phone while you're riding along, you could do that. Super high-end features, the Shimano 6-speed shifter. Again, it's got rear fenders and front suspension. It's got an LED headlight, an integrated backlight. Super high-end features, and again, it folds in half.
And it folds down to nothing, or never does if you don't need it to, right?
Yes,
you know,
that's
it's got
right.
the kickstand. I wanted mine to have like a little rack on the back for storage, and that one comes with it too. Like everything that I was looking for, and frankly willing to spend extra money for, because I knew this was like an investment that I wanted to make to help me take my adventures and make them even more fun. And this was the brand that I independently landed on. If you're kind of like me or my fiance, we read all the reviews and we geek out over all this stuff and we watch the YouTube reviews. And I was like, GoCity. And then when they came to me and said, hey, Jen, we want you to film a video. And I was like, no, I own this bike. You don't have to train me. And they were like, oh my gosh, right?
Obviously, you were having a good time riding it in that video. And it was very simple to see why. And you look great doing it, by the way. But yes, these bikes are exploding in terms of popularity because get where you're going, go further, commute. Our kids at college, our kids with their first jobs, high school students.
So true.
I mean, my mom lives in a retirement community in Central Florida. This is perfect for her to get around, go further, go to the... She's not going to be mad that I said that, by the way. Hi, Mom. Love you.
I don't know. It sounds like she's living her best life, if I'm honest.
She's living a good life.
20 miles an hour or one. Like, it's up to you. A powerful and long-lasting motor. 36 miles, guys.
That's right.
I mean, the longest bridge that I'm aware of is 25 miles. Like, that's amazing how far that you can go. Foldable and portable. It comes preloaded with, oh, by the way, you can charge your phone with it. I forgot about that. It's got a USB port on there too, right? Lights for safety. Really, the only thing you're going to need to purchase is a bike helmet.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
And Brian, I'm going to ask, because I'm not 100% sure, does this have interest-free special financing? Yes, 12 months. Guys, that's like $50-something each month to pick this up. I've had mine for, I want to say, don't quote me, but it's 2.5 years. And my daughter has used it, my fiance has used it, my stepdaughter, myself. Like, we love this thing, and we're probably going to end up picking up a second one so that we can go like to Manayunk from King of Prussia, right? Like some of the trips that might be a little bit too long. And I love, Michael, we're obviously in the worst place imaginable to show like how to go fast.
Yeah, this is tough.
I think it actually is a good thing to show you like the introductory level of it too.
I agree. And listen, also, by the way, I was talking to Sue backstage before, and she said, listen, I don't want it to blast off from underneath me. I don't want it to take off like a motorcycle. Don't worry about that. It's got different levels within the pedal assist mode. Pedal assist, by the way, means that as you're pedaling, the bike is going to give you a little bit of an electronic boost. It's going to do some of the work for you. But if you don't want to, say, for instance, go any more than 6 miles an hour, right? That's what you say. Let's start at 6. Put it in level number 1. Pull back the little handle, and it's going to top out at 6 miles an hour. It's not going to go any faster than that. So a little safety feature that you can think about. It's also got cruise control built into it, Jen. So yeah, up to from 1 mile an hour all the way up to 20.
See that? I love that. See, it's almost like a thermostat in your home. You set it to, I realized real quickly I was in the wrong shoes for this, so I decided to go abandon that mission, right? But like if you get to decide the speed and the kind of like the energy that you want, and then you kind of take it from there. Brian says the people want to know if you could pop wheelies in it. Nobody asked that, Brian.
Listen,
nobody asked that, right?
We're not talking, we're not wheelie popping.
No,
right?
we're not
just
wheeling.
E-biking.
Yeah. Again, this is for living your best life, not your most dangerous life, right? Do keep that in mind. You can have any color you want as long as it's black.
That's right.
When you get it home, assembly is minimal, but I love, actually, can you show us this in slow motion? All right, so you want to fold it up and you want to put it in your van, your RV, and take it with you.
Throw it in the back of your car. You do not have to get a special bike rack for this. You don't have to get a trailer hitch on the back of your car. One little simple handle folds down. The entire top half of the bike folds down. I release this little lever, move it over, pull it up, and the bike folds right in half. Then I've got a little handle right here. I can carry it. I can throw it in the back of my car. It's got a little bit of weight to it, right? It's about 50 pounds, but nothing you can't handle. And again, it folds up and takes up no space.
Again, just telling you my situation, but what if you or that future graduate, current graduate in your family is moving to New York, Chicago, any of the San Francisco, and like the walkable cities, turn them into bikeable cities. And I love that so many cities are providing like the borrow bikes that you can, but what if you can't find one? And is it an e-bike that you can take into the next county if you wanted to? Probably not. And this will hold a charge for a really long time. You can charge it, by the way, with a standard outlet, so you don't need any kind of crazy, weird equipment. And you're good to go, and take it to that park and have so much fun. This is gonna, I think, as much as I'm talking about like college students and me and everything, you mentioned your mom, and like people who want to go to the park and are just like, I miss when I used to bike for miles and miles, and now you can again.
You can, and it's so much fun, and it allows you to do it. Again, we've talked about a lot of accessibility here at QVC. If you have maybe not the best ankles or knees or hips, or you've had trouble getting back out there and doing some exercise, go back out there, put it in level 1, max out at 6 miles an hour, start at 1 mile an hour, work your way up. But again, this gets you out there, gets you where you're going, allows you to have fun, and you'll feel good about getting outside and doing that exercise.
I'm not gonna lie, that really was a blast of a shoot. I think we were riding for like an hour and a half, and we got like a minute and a half of footage, and I don't care.
But it genuinely looks like you're having fun, and of course you were.
The seat is crazy comfortable. It's not that, like Tour de France type of seat. I love that to get in and out of it, the bar is level with your hips. It's really easy to get on. So then this is important, whether you're mobility challenged or you're just in a hurry. And I loved all of that. So different fitness levels, different adventure levels. But for me, what was so exciting about having it in the show was A, it's that brand that I bought myself, independent of hosting or presenting it. And B, look, I'm just going to tell you, even with my employee discount, the price that we had it at before was going to be higher than what you're paying right now, like $699.98. Getting this home with special financing if you're shopping with your Q card, get that helmet, and then get excited. Start checking the weather, right? Do it in your own neighborhood or a local part where everything is really smooth sailing, so that you can kind of get the hang of it if it's been a while, and then go to town. Should I take this and like be fitted for it or something like that?
No, so again, and I'm glad you brought that up. By the way, 5'2" to 6'4" is the recommended height limit. The weight limit is 265. But Jen, it's really about just adjust this to the seat that you want. I always say, like, I'm not a professional biker. I'm not the guy who does this or whatever. So I say you make this as comfortable for you. I like to always have my seat to where if I want to drop my feet from the pedal, I can immediately touch the floor. You never want to be up too high. But no, you don't have to be professionally fitted for it.
And then what if I'm in a situation where I got to brake fast?
Yes,
what do I do?
Good idea. So this is very important. Just because it has a battery and just because it has a motor doesn't mean that you don't stop when you want to by means of these disc brakes that are up in the front and up in the back. Front and rear disc brakes, but controlled by the handlebars. Okay, so you're not relearning how to ride a bike. You're not pushing back on the pedals, just simply pulling this back. When you want to stop, you pull back. And you've also got brake lights, by the way, integrated brake light on the back of here. You always don't find that on a foldable bike.
Those of you who follow me on social media, which is Jennifer Coffee, you know that I recently took roller skating lessons with Rachel Bosing. And I am still recovering from the tailbone injury from me landing on my tail.
Oh no.
This is safer than my roller skating adventure.
Keep it to the e-bike with you, Jen, all right? We're worried about you.
Thank you so much, Michael. He's going to scoot on out of here. Oh, I hope you pick it up for that $400 discount, guys. It's so good. But I know we don't